Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. In this video we will make an application guess the random number. This application basically means we will take an input from the user and by pressing a button the user have to guess the random number. So let's get started by creating a new project. Go to File, New Project, give it a name. The language we are using right now is Java. And once you're done, let's go. Okay, start by going to the main activity and by placing our widgets. So the widgets that we need is uh, edit text. We need a text view, and we need a button. Okay, let's start by constraining everything. I'm going to constrain the edit text to the top, and then give it a margin of 130. Very good. Same goes for our button to the left, to the right, to the bottom of our text view, edit text, sorry, and I'm gonna give it 35 as a, no, let's give it 65 as a margin, very good. Same goes for our text view, left, right, and there, okay. Okay, this is, gonna remove that, very good. I'm gonna give it a margin of 35, no, 45. Very good. I'm gonna just write a text here. This text doesn't really matter because we will change it later on, but not to leave it empty. I'm gonna write the random number. No, let's say random number is. Random number is. Let's see. Very good. Change the size to 20 sp. Perfect. Change the text of our button to guess the number. Very good. Give it an ID. btn guess. Very good. Did we give an ID? No. txt result, we can say. Same goes for our edit text. Edt txt user input. This could be also a nice name. And here I'm going to remove the text. Otherwise, if you don't remove it, then the user have to remove it manually, do it manually. Instead of having a text, what we can do is just to have a hint. So here enter a number. Why don't I enter a number? And you see this is this is a hint. So I think that is it for our for our layout. Everything's constrained, we don't have any errors, and let's go to the main activity.java to write some Java code. First of all, we have to initialize our widgets. So we have an edit text. I'm gonna use the same name as my widgets. So here I'm gonna use edit text user input is equal to, we have to assign it to the ID of our widget, edt txt user input. We have a button, btn guess is equal to find view by ID, btn guess, and we have the text view. Okay, txt result, yes, find view by ID r.id dot txt result. Very beautiful. Now we have to set on click listener on our button because once we press on our guess the number, okay, we want an operation to happen. We want to compare the random number and the user input together. So let's do that. So ptn guess dot set on click listener, we have to initiate it. We on click listener, very good. And inside here, the math and the operations and the action goes. First of all, we have to create a random number. The reason why we are creating a random number inside the, the listener is because whenever the user presses guess the number, okay, we want the number to change. That's why. Because each click is an action. Each click is a new number. So let's start. Int random number is equal to int. Here we have to parse it because it will give us a different number, random, multiplied by 100. The reason I'm doing multiply by 100 is because if you leave an empty, it will return you a float, and the number would be like 0.94567, you know. So if you multiply it by 100, it will just return you a number between 0 and 100. Good. Now we have to compare them. Compare what? Compare our random number, okay, and our user input. Now we cannot compare string to an integer and vice versa. So the way to do it here, I'm going to parse the random number into a string. How are we gonna do that? So let's get started by edt txt user input get text to string dot not get equals, if I can spell that, equals what? Equals the random number. Now in order to parse it, you can just write string dot ay, 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 dot value of, and here we can just pass our random number. This is the if statement. It's very simple. Now, in case the random number is correct, I want to show congratulations as a toast message. And I'm going just to change the text view that we have talked about to the random number. So let's start by changing the text. We have a variable called text result dot set text, and here the random number is plus random number. And we can just make a simple toast like congratulations. See? And the else statement, I'm going to show it anyway. The txt result, the random number. They ran. Okay, random number is plus random number. Looks pretty solid. So let's recap. After we have created our layout, everything looks fine, and we have initialized our widgets, and we have set on a click listener. Inside the on click listener, we have generated a random number, and we have converted to our user input. In case the number is correct, we have a toast message, and the text view is going to change to the random number. In case it's incorrect, anyways, it's going to change the text to the random number. Now, the reason why I did that, the reason why I did the random number inside, because if I put it inside, it will generate a random number, but it will not generate it again and again and again. Like if you press the button many times, the random number will still, because it's not inside the listener, it's not an action. It's just declared and that's it. So let's start by running our application. Hopefully it will work, and hopefully it will not take a long time to finish everything and to install the application. I'm just going to turn on my emulator. Okay, let's wait until it finish everything, and while it's okay here, it's installing. Let's wait until it finish to check our application. In a few moments, launching activity, launch succeeded. Good. So please enter a random number. I'm thinking of a random number of 43, could it be? So let me do this and guess the number. No, the random number was 95. I can just press again, of course, and the random number will be generated. Until luckily, if I hit 43, what I can do is just 64. No, we were 9. Can say 19. No, it's 14. So this is basically the application, guys. And yeah, just set it inside, not to forget it outside, otherwise the number will not change. And that's basically it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. And I hope I'll see you next time. Cheers.